All right, so you've got $1 million, you've retired. What do you do with your money? You're going to probably look for a retirement calculator. So we're going to look at a lot of the free calculators from the top Google searches, and we're going to see if we can figure out how to withdraw $800,000 from an RRSP getting 6% and $200,000 in a tax-free savings account getting 8%. And we're going to delay our CPP and OAS to 70 because it's the best thing to do for the average Canadian. And we're going to see how much we need to withdraw the first year of retirement. Alright, so we're going to look at the Canadian Retirement Income Calculator first. I guess another point, we're going to take the average CPP, just what the average person gets. You should be putting in your real number though if you are using a calculator. So we're going to say a person is 65, so we got to figure this out. This is kind of annoying. You should know what age you are, though. I mean, how old is a 65-year-old? This is friggin' annoying to figure out already. So this is basically my complaint with most calculators, is they are difficult to use. Yeah, I already don't like this calculator. It's a pain in the ass. So if you tried to use this calculator, don't. Let's look at Wealthsimple. Okay, so I'm already 65 years old. It doesn't matter how much I make. I have $1 million in savings. Perfect. And 100% of my money is in accounts like TFSA or RSP. Okay, next. When I'm retired, I plan to spend... Okay, this is what we're trying to figure out. So you plan to save nothing, you're retired. Scroll down a little bit more. Based on what you've told us, your retirement income covers your spending needs. What? Yeah, what did we do wrong here? This shouldn't be that hard. Alright, on to Sunlight's calculator. So I'm 65 years old. I want to retire when I'm 60. Okay, I can't put the same age. That's kind of dumb already. My current income doesn't really matter because I want to know how much I want to spend. Okay, current savings in a registered retirement, so 800,000. Perfect. We're not saving anything. Is that 80? Yeah, 800. Current savings, we have 200,000 in our tax-free. And we can't say how much returns do we get in each different account. So here's where the calculator kind of underperforms. We'll just say an average of 7%. We have no pension plan. Calculate the results. So by the end of the year, because you can't just say we're retiring this year, it's going to have 1.07 million. Okay, my money's left over, but how much am I pulling out? Doesn't tell me. Not a great retirement calculator. Alright, let's go to TDs. We're going to put in 65. I'm going to retire when I'm 65. I currently earn... I can't say I'm the same age. I'm not... Okay, again. Calculator downfall. When I currently earn... You have to enter this. So we're just going to say 100,000. Where your money, RSP, and a tax-free, current savings... 800,000 in RSP. We're gonna have 200,000 in our tax-free savings account. This is getting 6%. This is getting 8%. Contributions 0 because we're retired, but it's not really because we can't do that. Want 70%. Okay, that's actually a good number. We have any sources? No. See results. Based on your answers, you need to save an additional $26,000 per month. Okay, how much am I pulling out though in the first year? How much money does my money pay me? Retirement income is $59,000 per month. Okay, how much do I take out? Doesn't tell me. Okay. All right, now we're on to Edward Jones, the company I used to work for. Let's see if they give you a free calculator that's just as good as the one the advisors use. So our current age is 65. Expected age of retirement, 65. Begin contribution age. What is that? Okay. Don't know what that means. Investment rate of return. Looks like we can only pick one, so we'll put it in the middle. Minimum annual contribution, 0, 0. We got $1 million. Okay, we have to put one. Okay, we have, like what? Okay, so we just found another calculator that doesn't do basically anything. So if you thought a financial institution was going to give you the same tools their advisors use, we just found out it doesn't happen. All right, on to the Get Smarter About Money retirement calculator. Current age, we're 65. Retirement age, 65. Annual income, okay, I have to put this in, so we'll do next. Age, here's another calculator that won't just say I'm retired. All right, when am I collecting CPP? We can delay this. Estimated annual amount. Okay, well, you should kind of know this if you're really planning your retirement, but we'd like a kind of number ahead of time. So that's where the average person can't do it. I think this is around 725, and the average Canadian's getting around 1,500 right now, so we'll just put another 725 in there. No company pension, no other income. Expenses here, so it looks like they're just trying to find a monthly budget. This is kind of annoying. Can I just say 0? Perfect. All right, current balance of the RSP, we have 800,000. We're going to be retired, so we're not saving anymore. Okay, this account's growing at 6%. Current balance TFSA, 200,000. We're going to say annual growth at 8%. Perfect. All right, one-time expense in retirement. We're not going to worry about that. All right, so we can see the results. Our money is going to grow this year. Unfortunately, we can't change that part of the calculator. Clicking those buttons don't do anything. Let's go to the retirement table. Okay, so I still can't quite figure out this riff over minimum withdrawal and the remaining money at the end of the year. Like, this is all kind of a nightmare. Can't figure it out. This is the closest one so far, though. All right, on to CIBC's retirement calculator. Let's get started. Okay, don't really want to put my name, so that's fine. We're going to say 65 years old. Perfect. My retirement goals. Holy smokes, so I really have to ask this. I just want to spend time with family. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to say we have 800,000 in our RSP. We're going to say 200,000 in our TFSA. Expected return, custom rate, so I can't do one for each, but this is, I'm going to just put 7 to see. Average inflation rate, so this is close. The average inflation rate in Canada for the last 100 years is 3.02%. Now, most retirement calculators do a 2.1% adjustment. This is in the Financial Planning Canada guidelines, so we'll just use that number. That's what my calculator gives you off the bat. But again, your overall inflation is 3.02 to find the real value of your money. So my retirement age, okay, I can't put a year the same year that I retire. It's always doing a future value, but it'd be nice if a calculator did both. Current income, okay, we're just going to say 100,000 again, and saving for 70% of that, okay, that's fine. So we're going to delay this to 70. It'd be nice if that changed because you get more money when you delay it. Annual pension, no, finish. What do I do? So it looks like my money's going to last till 90. Does it say how much I pull out? No. So using both returns, we can at least see we can live till 90, and if we get 7%. So this calculator is close, but it doesn't help us pull out our money. Alright, on to Scotiabank, just me. And looks like I have to put in my name. Money guy. How does your retirement look for you? Spending time with family. Things to consider in your retirement. Okay, I'm 65. I want to retire at 65. Savings for retirement. I currently have $1 million. No company pension. No other income. Okay, so again, it's saying 70%. So you can at least see some consistency across the financial institutions. This is a real number, 70%. Okay, and I'm growing the crap out of my money. I thought I said I was 65. I want to retire at 65. Okay, so this doesn't work either. All right, let's go to Dynamics Calculator. This is an ETF provider that no one really talks about. So we're going to say we're 65. We currently have $100,000 in income. Projected income to save. Okay, we don't care about that. Current retirement savings, we have $1 million. Expected income increase, we don't care about that. Post income desired, so we're going to put this at 70 like the other calculators. Year of retirement income, so we're planning till 90, so we need 25 years of income. Monthly company pension, none. Monthly CPP, so this is close to the number I'm using. Begin CPP and OAS both at age 70. It'd be nice if you could do those individually. Monthly OAS, this is a little light. I think it's around 725 right now. Okay, it must be between those numbers. So we're just going to put 700. There's that 2.1% inflation. Okay, how do I get rid of this stupid thing? All right, perfect. So it says I have money left at age 90, but it doesn't tell me how much I'm pulling out of each account. Can I look at the report? Alright, tells me how much I'm withdrawing, but not from which account, and I couldn't say if my money was in RSP or TFSA. So the dynamic calculator is probably the closest one so far that you can use, but it doesn't tell you from which account you got to pull your money from. So we're going to use InvestGain's new feature, the retirement calculator. This is going to be a subscription, but it's currently included, so I want everyone to test this out. This is the cheapest way to figure out how much to withdraw your money. Alright, so the website on the left here, this is the Ernst & Young personal tax calculator. This is what I used to use while I was at Edward Jones, and that's basically what the retirement calculator on the right that I built is based off of. It's just a fancier version of the calculator I used to use that's a little more user-friendly and fits in your pocket. So we have $1 million, and basically we have your current ages at 65 and 90. Now basically what the app is doing is it's automatically putting that $1 million in the RRSP. Basically that's where most people are putting their money in first. And basically when you put more money in your tax-free, it's going to take it out of your RRSP. You're always still having $1 million. We just have to know which account it's in. And here's where we want to put the annual rate of return to 6 and 8%. So the RRSP, we're going to drag this down to 6%. And the TFSA, we're going to bring this up to 8%. Oh man, it's just being a pain in the ass. I did have it coded where you can manually type this in, but the sliding bar is just better. If you're 0.01% off, it's not going to be life-changing. But if you really want me to make the manual number, I can do that as well. Now, if you notice at the bottom, your monthly after tax is always moving. Basically, when your money's in different accounts, it has different tax consequences. And these are all your other accounts that you can put in. When you put money in the non-registered, it's going to take it out of your total balance. And when you put money in the group RSP, you're not managing that. So that's actually not taking it from the total balance. And for the non-registered incorporation values, make sure to put your book values in. This is going to make less tax consequences. That's how we get a better, accurate monthly after tax value. So when you scroll all the way down to retirement, you do want to include your TFSA in this retirement plan. But if you're giving that money to your kids one day as an inheritance, unclick TFSA. We're not withdrawing that money, we're just growing it. And you can see your monthly after-tax income drops quite a bit because we're using it for income. Now hopefully this will end the debate of when to take CPP. Basically, the longer you delay your CPP and OAS, the more money you will have in retirement. As I slide this bar to the right, your monthly after-tax income will increase. You will have more money the longer you can delay these government pensions. Now, why the slider hasn't gone up since I went to 65, basically, we're 65 now. If you took your CPP at 60 or 65, it doesn't matter because we're 65 now. Now, as I raise the bar and we delay the CPP after our current age, it's going to raise your monthly after-tax income. It's not much, but it adds up. Now let's do the same with the OAS. Let's delay it. It's not much, but it adds up. Now here's where the after-tax rate comes into play. First, we're going to check how much money we pull out of the RRSP without taking our CPP and OAS this year, and that answer is $56,000. Here's that 2.1 inflation adjustment. And when we scroll down to details, we can see our taxable income. It's $75,088.91. So pretty close to what the Ernst & Young calculator has. So we're going to change this to $75,000. Calculate. And depending on which province you live in, you're going to have a different average tax rate. So I'm in Ontario. I'm going to look at an 18.19% average tax rate. So we're going to scroll back up here to fix this. And now you can see your after-tax monthly income is going to be $5,157. And that's where you say, hey, is that my budget? Is that going to work? And if that's not enough money, this is also where the beauty of the calculator comes into play. So you're going to want to scroll all the way back up to the top. And here's where you delay your retirement. You're going to take this slider and it's going to say, hey, now I'm retiring at 66. So you're going to have a little more money because your money's going to compound. If that's not enough money, go another year. And basically, that's how you figure out your retirement. I guess the only annoying thing now is finding your average tax rate. And basically, I'm going to have to implement finding your location on your phone and basically doing those tax calculations for you. The whole point of this app is to make every part of your money easy.